Okay, welcome Tamago Nation. Today, yet again, we are on our Finding the King Laksa journey, and right now I'm at Henderson Food Court trying out their Sarawak Laksa. This looks really good. The portion looks a little bit small. I'm not sure whether or not it is because the bowl that they use is like too wide or something like that. But when I was served this bowl of laksa, I was like, it looks pretty small for a big size laksa. But with that being said, the presentation, topping, it looks pretty good. Very standard topping, and I really love their prawn. Their prawn looks well cooked, well done, look kind of fresh, but I am unable to tell the freshness of the prawn until I test the prawn itself. So without further ado, let us start by talking about the soup of the laksa. The soup of the laksa looks pretty alright. It looks quite creamy, but you know, looks can be deceiving. They can actually fake the look itself. But let me try, okay? Let me try. Very mild flavor laksa this is. It's not very spicy. Definitely we don't test a lot of spice. Okay, let me try. The flavor is there definitely, and the spice is quite interesting. At first, when I first tested it, it don't really taste that spicy, but after a few drink of the soup itself, the spiciness actually kicks in quite hard. So this is actually quite spicy. I quite love the spice level of this laksa. Very good. Okay, so far so good. But other than that, I felt like the soup lacks a little bit of creaminess. It is a little bit like, I don't think they use milk in the soup itself, and usually like store that doesn't use milk in their laksa soup itself is because they want to reduce the possibility of wastage, because if they don't manage to sell the soup itself by the end of the day, they can't keep the soup. They have to throw it away, because you know, once you milk, like, how do I say, like when you mix milk into the texture, into the mixture of the soup itself, it's gonna go bad very easily. They call it, it's gonna turn sour very easily. But this one, definitely no milk, or very minor milk, I would say. Maybe they use kind of milk powder. I'm not sure what they use, but it tastes different. Okay, definitely no coconut milk. Well, after I ate in the sambal, the soup is quite great. Okay, very standard, very standard stuff we actually got here. The soup is not that much. Okay, like after I drink like a few sip, and the soup is almost all gone. Now let me move on to the laksa itself. And for the bihun, not what am I trying to say here? Okay, bihun. The spice of the bihun, the spice of the laksa soup is actually in the bihun itself, so that is really good sign, meaning that this bihun managed to carry the smell and the taste of the laksa itself. But this bihun is not the smooth type. It's not very soft, but it is well cooked. It is al dente. It is not undercooked, that is for sure. It's just not the smooth type of bihun. Like there definitely some differentiation of bihun. I'm pretty sure if you eat laksa long enough, you're able to tell that there are different stalls that uses different bihun. But this one is definitely not the bihun that I like, but it managed to carry a lot of flavor, which I really like. So maybe my idea of like what is a good bihun might actually change along the way when I'm looking for the king of laksa. So stay with me, okay? I still prefer the soft one. Okay, let me move on to the prawn. The prawn is fully deveined, very amazing style. It looks really clean, that you can really see that the effort and the detail given to the deveining of the prawn. But is it fresh? Let's try. No. The prawn is not fresh, and it for some weird reason it lacks some flavor. I think they didn't season the prawn or something like that. They didn't add any salt at all to the prawn when they are kind of boiling the prawn, when they are prepping the prawn. They should kind of like give a little bit of salt just to season everything that is in the bowl of laksa itself. This prawn, the texture is pretty bad as well, so definitely not fresh, I would say, for the prawn. And this has to do with the fact that they don't actually use milk in the laksa soup itself because they are afraid that the soup is not able to sell. This means the prawn that they use is not gonna be fresh every single day as well. So when you have low traffic in your area, this is kind of like some compromises that you have to do to your laksa. Me personally think that there has to be a better way to do this, but then again, at the same time, thinking of budgeting, thinking of how you want to set up your store to save as much money as possible, and at the same time earning money, it is really tough to find the balance. And I would say it really depends on the word of mouth of how people travel around the news of your laksa store. And the position of this laksa store is quite hidden. You can't actually see it from outside. I actually parked and I was just hoping that there's a laksa store in this Harrison food court, and I just walk around and I managed to stumble upon it inside it located quite behind the store, is the entire cafe itself. So it is kind of sad, okay? Like, this is a decent laksa. I'm not saying that it's mind-blowing or anything, but it definitely, with some help with the traffic and stuff, they can definitely improve the soup by adding milk, and also they can change up the prawn. But I feel like the prawn can be an easy fix. They can just season the prawn and it's gonna stay healthy longer if you season it, because like it's not gonna turn bad that quickly if you are compared to a seasoned meat and an unseasoned meat, something like that. But that is my review on this Harrison food called Laksa. Hope you enjoy what you see. I'm gonna finish this and I'm gonna move on to the next store. So I'm gonna see you guys there when I'm there. Okay, so see you guys. Hey, so right now I am at Yeong Joo Cafe, if not mistaken, that is how you pronounce the name. Trying out their Sarawak Laksa. This bowl of Laksa is really huge. I am really shocked when I received this bowl of Laksa. It is 8 ringgit and the portion is insane. The presentation is okay, very standard, but the topping, I have to say, quite disappointing because they only give me 2 prawns, okay, 2 big prawns. And thank you. And it is quite disappointing because like 2 prawn only for 8 ringgit of laksa. I mean, like the bihun is a lot and all those stuff, but damn man, like the topping is what makes the laksa really well part of the reason, okay? But with that being said, let me judge the soup right now of the laksa. I am quite excited to taste this bowl of laksa because the smell, man, the smell is so good. It's very fragrant, but is it good? Let me try. Okay. Yep, it's sweet, it's spicy. The spice is there, the creaminess is there, the oiliness is also there. Wow. And the fragrance of the oil aroma is so strong. It is amazing. I love it. It's not that spicy though. Like the one that we tried previously is actually more spicy than this store of laksa itself. So I'm just gonna add in some sambal into the soup, mix it around, and try it again. Okay, let me try the soup with the sambal. Still same, but I have to say, I have to give credit. The taste itself, the aroma, the fragrance of the soup, the oil, and the milk. Definitely milk is involved in the soup itself. Very strong, very nice. I love the soup. Okay, the soup is nice. Just that I hope that it can actually be a little bit more spicy. But other than that, it is perfect. Perfect, okay? Let me try the bihun. The bihun looks thick and soft. And it also looks like it carries quite a lot of flavor as well. Let me try. This is quite good. Really, really good. Love the softness of the bihun. Love that the bihun is actually seasoned for you know, some bihun is not seasoned, it's not that nice, but this one is definitely seasoned. There's a little bit of saltiness taste to the bihun itself, but other than that, it doesn't have much to actually offer for the bihun. I mean, like, what can bihun offer, okay? But this is really, really nice. Love the bihun. So very easy to eat, very easy to chew. Let me try the prawn right now. The prawn is, let me check. It is not deveined. The prawn is not deveined at all, but it looks fresh. It looks like the flavor is there. Let me try. Sadly to say, the prawn is not fresh. Very, very floury, very, very brittle. And the worst thing of all is that they didn't even devein the prawn. So I'm gonna minus mark for the prawn. I'm like quite a lot of mark for the prawn because even though it looks good, the prawn looks colorful and stuff, but this is flavorless. It's very, very bland, very, very brittle. I'm not sure what is the word, flowery. Maybe that is the word that I keep using to describe the texture of the prawn that is not fresh, flowery prawn, something like that. But yeah, this is not a good prawn at all. I don't even taste any prawn smell coming from the prawn. So overall, this bowl of laksa, a really solid presentation on the soup, solid presentation on the bihun. The sad thing about the bihun, the sad thing about the laksa itself is the prawn. Okay, the prawn is definitely the thing that is holding this entire bowl of laksa back to get a higher mark in my scoring system. But other than that, if you're not a big fan of prawn, or you're like allergic to prawn, and you still want a good bowl of laksa, this is actually quite a good bowl of laksa for you to try, because other than the prawn, everything else is quite legit. Okay, if you want more spiciness, just add more sambal. Ask for more sambal. Hopefully they give, but this is not bad, not that bad. And that is all from me regarding this week episode of Finding the King of Laksa. Let me know in the comment section below if I actually miss out any laksa store that you really want to see me try and I haven't tried. I'm going area by area, by the way. So right now I'm at the 3rd and 4th mile area. So I might actually, I'm still undecided whether or not to go to the Kuching area next, or to go to the Kereta Api area next, or maybe I can go to MJC area next. I'm still unsure which direction I'm gonna go, but this is kind of like this is gonna take a long time. So if you mention some of your laksa store in the comment section below, and you haven't seen me go to that store, maybe I'm just not in that area yet. I'm going area by area. I don't want to jump queue. I don't want to like rush to that different area just to try out their laksa and then go back. It's gonna be quite confusing for me. So I'm gonna like I said, I'm gonna go area by area and try out their laksa. Hopefully by the end of the journey, I'm gonna find the best laksa. And I'm not sure how long this is gonna take. Hopefully not too long, maybe like years. But I hope that if this turns out to be my lifelong journey, so be it, okay? I mean, like, after I try Kuching, I need to try the other states as well, other city in Sarawak. I mean, like, there's a lot of city in Sarawak, like Cebu, Miri, Sarike, Kapit. I'm pretty sure they have good laksa there as well. So I'm gonna spend quite a long time trying out their laksa when I finish with Kuching. So that is all from me. Hope you enjoy. See you guys in the next one. Subscribe if you like what you see, okay? And subscribe, especially if you want to support me. Goodbye.